Hello my friends, time once again to review some candy treats. This time I have some old-fashioned taffy and cherry mash. So let's begin with the taffy. I'm definitely more interested in the cherry treat, so I'll get to that one last. Alright, we have these confection guys pulling the taffy, so one wonders whether it's actually human beings doing this work anymore. They at least have some kind of a role. And I bought both of these at the Hobby Lobby. I think they were $1 each. So, the original old-fashioned flat taffy by McCraw's, the McCraws brand. And packaging notes would definitely change depending on the individual taffy slab that you bought, because almost every one had a range of different colors. I originally was going to buy one with just 3 stripes. I think it was green and blue maybe. But I found this rainbow one right as I was leaving, and I definitely wanted to go for the rainbow variety. I'm thinking these are just artificial colors and it's all just going to have the same flavor. But anyway, it's kind of cool to think of a treat as having a range of colors, and it's always going to be a little different every time you enjoy it, because in this age of everything being exactly the same, trying to get all your parameters adjusted so that products that go to the market are the same every single time, well, that's worrisome in more ways than one. And you've got something like this on the market that's, still has the integrity of different appearance every time. So the back of the packaging only really has the ingredients. That's pretty much it. And corn syrup, sugar, palm flakes, and colors, and soy oil and cornstarch. So, kind of an exciting moment. I don't think, I can't remember having taffy anytime in the last few years except for saltwater taffy. Okay, a light scent, not really that stimulating. I think I'm mostly getting the packaging. So, well, I must say, now that the packaging is off, this is far more beautiful and vibrant than I thought it was going to be. Notice the colors are a little washed down and dull here, but it's just because of this wax-style plastic. The actual colors of the treat are really vibrant. Now, just to stay objective, I'm going to sample a little nibble from the blue and then a little nibble from the yellow. I'm sure it's going to taste the same, though. It's pliable. I can definitely shape this into various forms. Do a bit of an taffy art project. But also, yeah, there's some crispness. What an unusual consistency. Now, making for a third kind of a consistency, it's breaking apart into kind of a Play-Doh-esque kind of a... So it's a great feast for the senses so far. We'll see if the flavor will make it worth your $1 if you ever happen to be in a Hobby Lobby. I'm just getting the scent of kind of like sanitized metal in an industrial setting. Not really any sweetness to speak of, nothing fruity, no aroma of, just strictly kind of an aroma of refined sugar, sterile environments. So a little nibble off the yellow, as promised. Yeah. It becomes apparent pretty fast that you're eating raw sugar. It immediately yielded to my teeth and kind of began melting in my mouth and becoming just a strict sugar snack. Last summer, I went to the beach and got some saltwater taffy that blew me away. Every piece was a treat. They were flavored properly. This, however, has only kind of a sterile taste. I'm going to go ahead and take a big chaw off of this. I do like the consistency because while it's both crunchy and smooth and melts into kind of a paste, nothing is off-putting, nothing is hurting my teeth. There's a grittiness in there, but it's also smooth, pliable. It's not sticking to my teeth. The flavor is so flat, though, and uninspired. It's just strictly a sugary treat. Texturally great, though, and worth a try, I would say. There's a little hint floating around, like just bobbing about, moving around my palate. Just kind of a hint of something off-putting, almost like a cleaning agent. Just kind of a just kind of an off-putting taste floating around in there. Well, high points for texture. If this had an incredible taste, I could suggest it without reservations, but I think anyone who tastes it with a discriminating palate, you're probably going to be disappointed, but really a marvel of texture. Let's cleanse our palate, because now we're getting into the cherry mash. Now this one seems far more interesting to me. Chase's Cherry Mash, an American favorite since 1918. I do like this packaging quite a lot. Old-fashioned, granted, but symmetrical, kind of well done. And inside you can feel that it's just one nug. Made in St. Joseph, Missouri. Okay. And we get to 0.05 ounces of the treat. But although I don't think that's really very uniform, because I was squeezing a lot of these and sort of manipulating them to see which one I wanted to pick. And some of them seem to be different sizes inside the packaging. And right at the front, it must have been under a heating system or a heating vent or something. The first one I grabbed was very malleable. It felt squishy almost, but still together. And I thought, this is going to be a great textural experience. But I checked like 3 other rows, because they were up near the cashiers, and every one of the other rows had these firm nugs, and it is quite hard. And it only yields with kind of a very dedicated press. So hopefully they're not rock hard. Okay, and their spokesperson is Chase's Candy Cop. And there he is. He's a police officer, a candy policeman. And I've already checked all the local laws in my area, and it doesn't seem to be illegal to sample one of these cherry mash treats. They might restrict it, though. You know, you might only be able to have in your possession 1 or 2 of these at the same time. I don't know really what the actual legislation says, but there he is, and I do feel more protected, and I do feel the comfort of having the Candy Cop here, kind of just watching out for me, you know, looking out for my welfare, safety. Ground roasted peanuts, sugar, corn syrup, chocolate liquor. It's always good to see chocolate liquor among the ingredients. Cocoa powder, another plus, and maraschino cherries. Skimmed milk, oil, and some other ingredients, including egg ingredients. Okay, on the back we have a couple of quick notes to get to before we sample the treat. In the form of recipes, which I thought was kind of interesting and novel. They have the cherry mash milkshake and the cherry mash sundae. And they're mentioning here that you can melt them and put them with milk and ice cream, or blend one of these treats after cutting it up and put it with ice cream and chocolate syrup. Well, they're just giving you the same recipe twice. Okay, anyway. All right, let's get a look at this. I'm immediately greeted with the aroma of a confection that has been made by my dear mother or one of my grandmothers. It's got a real aroma of something that's kitchen crafted. My mom has made candy her whole life, at least ever since I can remember. She's made handmade candies, usually around the holiday season, and she does a bunch of them. She does like peanut butter rolls, bourbon balls, like pull candy, which is also called cream candy, and a whole bunch of other ones, fudges, you name it. She makes it regularly, and this just has the aroma of one of those confections. And maybe that's why it's been on the market for 100 years. Almost. Coming up on their centennial. Okay? And this is just a ball of goodness. I spontaneously the other day bought some maraschino cherries, maybe during one of my shopping trips a month ago, and I stashed them somewhere in the pantry. I haven't even thought about them or seen them until now, but it was just kind of a coincidence that I had bought those, and then now here we are enjoying some maraschino goodness. Maybe I'm jumping ahead of myself. Yeah, strong cocoa component. You can, your olfactory senses just liven up, or at least mine do, just given this, the impact of these smells of products used in baking. Not too bad. All right, let's go. Make sure it's not rock solid. My fears were unfounded. It yields readily to the chops. Way different than I would have thought, though. I thought maybe we would run upon sort of an amalgam bashed together of maraschino cherry pieces, just tied together with peanuts and chocolate, but no, there's actually some kind of a sugary central layer. I don't know if we're going to find one, but I think they should have one solid maraschino cherry right in the center of this, and that would cap it right off. So this central fondue, that's the wrong word, this central sugary mass, a little too sweet for me. A clean maraschino flavor, roughed up somewhat by too much raw sugar taste. But I'm kind of liking this one. It's a good combination, the chocolate and peanut and cherry tastes. Really rich. This is one of those treats that you would definitely want to cut into quarters and eat, 1 quarter every, throughout the day to finish the treat over one calendar day. But, richness is just the way it goes. You know, when you move into treats that are crafted using these rich, heavy ingredients, you do often come away with something that's very sweet. I can feel my teeth responding, sort of vibrating with the intensity of the sugars. All right, I'm not going to finish the treat. I'm going to see if I can find a cherry in the middle, but I doubt I'm going to. I already think we're past that point, but yeah. Well, I don't think there's a cherry in the middle. But if the Cherry Mash people are watching this, when your centennial arrives, think about putting a cherry in the middle of your treat, okay? I can't say this is going to be for everybody. I'd say it's worth a try once. Really, the sweetness is cloying. It's too much. I would really like this if they toned it down, if the inside was more of a whipped, maybe even a cherry, a marshmallowy cherry sort of a taste, with a cherry in the middle, of course. Okay, so with reservations, I'm going to recommend both of these. I mean, for $1 each, if you're in the checkout line and you happen to shop at Hobby Lobby or you have one nearby. I was just there killing time before going to see film Interstellar, which was pretty good. So it's okay. It's okay. Well, that's all for today's reviews. Thanks for watching.